It's a brand new elementary school. We opened last year. It's a pre-K through 5 elementary school. We opened with the anticipation of having about 500 students, and right now I have a little over 800. Our kids enjoy coming to school. They see a lot of diversity in their classmates, and they're able to do a whole lot of different things that they probably had not had the opportunity to do. The parents don't speak English very well. And so that, acclimation into a culture which they're not familiar with, they really feel that the school is like a bridge to their home. A lot of it comes from my belief that the parents are their first teachers. So we really try to focus on what it is that they're doing at home to help their children academically and what we would really need them to do when they come to school. Their primary concern for immigrant parents is that they want their children to learn English quickly. The parents are learning right along with their children as to what this is as far as the American education, what the experience is like. And so that's the term that I'm referring to as bridging between home and school, so they're learning along with their children. I've always had the opportunity to be a little creative, coming from my background of being at more struggling and disadvantaged populations. I've had to really look at what can I do with the money that I have. And usually people purchase resources with those funds. And I think the most critical resource that we can have is actually having a person, to actually lay their hands on the child and know what the child is able to do and not be able to do, so you can teach to their needs. What I've actually done is that instead of having several paraprofessional type positions, I've traded those positions in to get these ladies. They're actually my facilitators. And they go into the classroom, and I have a math science facilitator, a reading language arts facilitator, ESL facilitator, and I have 2 inclusion facilitators. And they represent a core team that I have. And they teach teachers, they also teach parents, and they tutor kids. They don't have a homeroom classroom, but they have a flexibility of being anybody's teacher at any point in time. They've created a climate on our staff that continues to push the teachers to learn. These ladies are highly professional. I don't have to find out where they are. They send me their schedules. They post them on the web. So I always know where they are and what they're doing. But the most important thing is that I see the children making progress with what we've established. And that's where the payoff comes from. When the kids come through the door, you don't know who you're getting. You don't know who they are. You don't know what their abilities are. You know very little about them until you have an opportunity to work with them. And so once we have a few weeks of working with the kids, just as we did this year, we work with the kids for a few weeks. We have a couple of state classroom assessments, campus assessments we give the kids just to kind of see where they're performing. And then we meet. Okay, this is where your kids are right now. This is how they're performing. This is where they need to be by the end of this year. My expectation is I just don't want them to pass these assessments at the end of the year. I want them to be commended. I want them in the highest performing section. So what do we need to do to get them there? I can see the look on the teachers' faces after, the progress report time. They're thinking, I don't know how this is going to happen. You expect half my class to pass this test, and they can't even read yet. And I'm saying, okay, but so what do we need to do to make sure that happens? And I'm not answering the questions. I'm asking the questions. I want to get you what you need to do your job. I want to set a framework up for you to make you successful as well as your kids be successful. And then I'm going to get out of your way and let you work with it. I'm going to monitor along the way. I'm going to help you be as successful as possible. And I'm going to understand that when there are peaks and valleys, that's normal. It's supposed to happen that way. People refer to doctors as a practice. Education is a practice as well, because we're not experts in knowing that nothing is ever going to go wrong. We're experts in knowing that if it does go wrong, we have a plan to fix it and keep moving forward with our children. When you give someone their own ownership of what they're doing, they feel free and comfortable to make mistakes, but also to grow. And so in doing so, I felt as though I can't teach 806 kids. I can't do that. And so I'm going to have to trust someone else to be able to do that and do it well. I have a phenomenal staff with my teachers who are willing to stay late if they need to, and they're willing to come on weekends to help our parents. And when you get a staff like that, they're worth their weight in gold, because it's not as much as I'm asking them to do it. They're realizing, what do I need to help my child their student be successful in their classrooms? I love what I do. I love getting up in the morning, going and working with kids and teachers and trying to figure out what the next problem is going to be to help kids be successful. I can't wait to do that. And we have this, part of our vision is whatever it takes to help our children be successful, whatever it takes. I just love what I do, and I love making a difference for kids. And I've always believed that, our kids only represent 20% of our population, but they're 100% of our future. And so if I don't do something to make it better, then we're only dooming ourselves. So I just want to make it a better world for everybody. And in a sense, be selfish because I want it to be better for me too. So that's why I do what I do.